Welcome. Thank you for joining the Colorado Division of Real Estate for this Consumer Protection Advisory. Today, we will learn more about the complaint process for real estate brokers, for mortgage loan originators, appraisers, and common interest communities. Consumers in the state of Colorado have the right to file complaints against licensed professionals who they believe have violated license law. In addition, consumers may also file complaints against common interest communities like homeowners associations, condominium associations, property owners associations, recreational associations, cooperatives, and timeshares. The purpose of today's video is to help you, as a consumer, better understand how the Division of Real Estate handles these complaints, and we will discuss these two distinct types of complaints. First, we will talk about the process when filing a complaint against a professional licensee. After that, we will discuss the process when a complaint is filed against a common interest community. In the case of any complaint, it must be submitted in writing. The Division can accept complaints by United States mail, dropped off in person at the Division's office, by email, or the Division's preferred method of submitting your complaint through the Division's website. If you need a blank complaint form, the Division staff can provide you one. Contact the Division by telephone at 303-894-2166 if you need a complaint form delivered to you by email or by United States mail. When you are requesting a blank form, please inform Division staff if you intend to file a complaint against a professional licensee or a common interest community, because these forms are different. A common question received by the Division is whether complaints may be filed anonymously. The Division does accept complaints anonymously, but cannot conduct an investigation if you only provide information on where you have concerns, but do not want to file a specific formal complaint. Similarly, if you prefer the Division to only look into a matter, this cannot be treated as an anonymous complaint. What information does the Division need you to submit when you file a complaint against a licensee? 1. You will be required to provide the name of the person who the complaint is against. This person is called the respondent. 2. If the respondent has a license number, please provide the licensee's number. This can be located with the Division's license lookup tool, which is available on the Division's website. 3. Any documents that you have in your possession which detail or substantiate the allegations, we encourage you to include as much information as you can, because it will be helpful for the Division to investigate your allegations. Documentation might include emails, letters, contracts, photographs, or other documents. After you have filed your complaint, the Division will carefully review it. At this point in the process, it is possible that your complaint could be dismissed. There are a few reasons why this might happen. 1. Your complaint does not concern a professional licensee. 2. Your complaint does not correspond to existing license law or existing license regulations. Or 3. The complaint and the evidence provided does not support the allegations. In the event that your complaint is dismissed by Division staff, you will be notified. Should your complaint not be dismissed, the complaint will be assigned to a Division investigator. The Division investigator will deliver you an introductory letter about the complaint process. In addition, at this time, the respondent will also receive a letter from the Division investigator informing them that a complaint has been filed against them. The letter to the respondent requires them to provide a response to the Division within 21 days. The Division investigator will carefully review the complaint, the response, and any documents submitted or collected. Next, the Division investigator will conduct interviews with the complainant, the respondent, and any relevant witness. After the investigation is completed, the results will be presented to the appropriate program authority. Depending on the complaint, This might be the Colorado Real Estate Commission, the Colorado Board of Real Estate Appraisers, or the Colorado Board of Mortgage Loan Originators. When license law violations are determined to exist, the division will update you that the matter has been sent to the proper program authority. The program authority will make recommendations of appropriate discipline for the licensee. Next, the licensee will receive a draft stipulated agreement reflecting the proposed settlement terms. However, if the division and the licensee cannot reach an agreement, the matter will be referred to the Colorado Office of the Attorney General for a formal hearing. A hearing will then take place before an administrative law judge who will issue an initial decision for recommended disciplinary action. Many factors go into determining the length of an investigation, but division staff works diligently to resolve all complaints as soon as possible. Depending on the complexity of the investigation, the investigator's caseload, witness availability, and the administrative law judge's docket, investigations may take 10 months or longer to complete. Next, we are going to change gears for a few moments and discuss the process of filing a complaint against a common interest community. For those complaints, you will need to provide the name of the community, the approximate address of the community, whether the community is professionally managed, whether your complaint is against the board or the community association management company if the community has one, what the type of community is, whether that's a planned community, a condominium, a cooperative, or a timeshare. You will also have to provide the estimated number of units, lots, or homes in the community. And finally, you will need to provide details substantiating the complaint. This includes a narrative description and any supporting documents, letters, emails, contracts, agreements, and/or photographs can be very helpful in reviewing your complaint. Unlike other programs in the division, the HOA Information and Resource Center does not have investigative or enforcement authority to address common interest community complaints, but your complaint will still be reviewed carefully by the HOA Information Officer. Details of your complaint will be compiled into an annual report for consideration by the Colorado General Assembly each year. These annual reports are also available to the public on the HOA Information and Resource Center's website, located at www.DRE.colorado.gov/HOA-CENTER. In the case of both complaints against professional licensees and common interest communities, the division does not have the authority to award financial remedies to complainants. If you seek financial compensation, you might consider contacting a licensed Colorado attorney to better understand what civil options may be available to you. The division receives complaints about a variety of behaviors which might not be appropriate, but that are not addressed by Colorado license law. As a general rule, allegations and behavior of this nature are outside of the jurisdiction of the division, but might be addressed through voluntary mediation, arbitration, litigation, or through contact with local law enforcement. In the case of matters that are not license law related, as a consumer, you might want to explore possible options through any of the following. The Colorado Bar Association is an excellent resource to find a qualified Colorado attorney. The Colorado Association of Realtors handles ethics complaints against realtors and might be able to address some matters outside of Colorado license law. And finally, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB, can address complaints against mortgage lenders and mortgage servicers. Division staff is available should you have any additional questions about the complaint process and can be reached on the web at www.dre.colorado.gov, by email at DORA, that is DORA, underscore real estate, REALESTATE, underscore website, WEBSITE, at state.co.us, or finally by telephone at area code 303-894-2166. Thank you for joining us today to review this Colorado Division of Real Estate Consumer Protection Advisory.